Hi guys, it's Kia once again from Cara Bookkeeping Specialist. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. So last time I saw you, we talked about reducing costs as part of our budgeting series, and today we're going to talk about increasing our revenue as part of the budgeting series. These two things go hand in hand to give you a good, sustainable, ongoing, successful budget, successful business. You need both of these factors to make things work really well in your business. Now, I'm going to give you once again 3 quick tips for increasing revenue, but I have a confession to make, and because I want you to hear the tips, I'm going to save the confession for last, and then if you're annoyed with me with the confession, you can let me know at the end, okay? So let's go with the tips first of all. You've probably heard these before, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. Tip number 1, you want to increase revenues, sell more product. Obviously, that's a no-brainer because on each of your units of sale, you should have a profit margin, even if it's really small. So if you sell more, you're going to be bringing more money. Very, very simple, easy to do. Tip number 2, increase your prices. Obviously, again, another really typical tip that you've probably heard many times, and it's basically common sense to increase prices, but we're in the middle of a pandemic. You need to remain competitive with your market. No one's going to buy from you if you increase prices. Technically, that might not actually be true right now because there's a premium at the moment because of the pandemic, so you might be worth giving it a go, but definitely have a look around at your market averages right now and see what the average selling price is. See if you can kind of increase your prices a little bit. That's not my main tip. My actual main tip is to reduce your prices. Now, again, this one only really works for certain businesses. So if your variable costs are low, then this one might work for you. You can reduce your prices slightly, still be able to cover your variable costs, still have a decent amount of contribution to contribute towards your fixed costs and your profits and things like that. So if your variable costs, your direct costs are low, then you can consider reducing your prices. Why? Because the psychology of selling and the effect on consumers, if you have cheaper prices, like you're going to sell more. That's why when we have 2-for-1 deals on toothpaste, we end up buying 4 packets of toothpaste. Really, all you've done is just put more money in people in Colgate's pocket that you didn't need to do. Okay, so those are my tips. Sell more, increase your prices, reduce your prices. Only reduce your prices if you have actually correctly calculated that is the viable thing to do, and your sales are going to sustain the reduction in prices to cover other costs and your profit margin. If you need help working that out, then definitely get in touch with you. We can do that, no problem. My confession, these tips, right? The point of budgeting, if you reduce your costs, you raise your profit. If you increase your revenue, you also raise your profit. I am not necessarily trying to get you to raise your profits. Why? Because I've said time and time again, I have to do a whole series on profits for you guys to actually get a good understanding of what profit is. Profit, first and foremost, is a concept. It's not real. Secondly, there's different types of profit. There's good profit and bad profit. And I have a real big issue with the general understanding that all profits are good. The main reason for that is the moment you start making profit, that is a big white flag to the government to say, come and charge me tax. I'm making money. You need to come and take my money. And then you start working for the government, which is not what we're trying to do. You are entirely entitled to and allowed to avoid paying tax in a legal way. It's legal to do that. And I don't want you paying more tax than you need to pay. So if budgeting is working for you and you find yourself making more profits, you need to be sensibly reinvesting those profits into your business in tax allowable, deductible ways so that you're not paying so much tax, okay? So I did say to you that we are going to have a whole series on profits. It's coming very soon. I will definitely let you know when that happens. But just be aware that, you know, the consequences of good budgeting, successful budgeting, is likely to be increased profits. We don't necessarily want increased profits. We want increased cash flow. So make sure you're diverting your profits into cash flow to avoid the issue of paying too much tax. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know and I will, you know, do my best to explain it again. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.